Hey, how's it going, guys? In this video, I'd like to share about scuba diving safety, especially for those who haven't got their certification but would like to give scuba diving a go through a provider, usually in touristic locations like the Great Barrier Reef or in quite a few tropical countries where you can dive the beautiful ocean and where the corals are at. So I guess the first thing that I'd like to mention is that I hold an advanced open water scuba diving certification, which allows me to dive up to 30 meters. And I also hold some additional certifications, which is to allow me to dive with a DPV, which stands for a diver propulsion vehicle or an underwater scooter, as well as to dive with a nitrox or enriched air tank. A nitrox is just a higher level of oxygen in the compressed air that allows the diver to feel a bit more refreshed. If they dive with it, that's what they said. I can't really feel anything normally, but it also has some other effects. That's why there's an entire course to learn about it, but I'm not going to get there. But basically, a number of things that people without certification need to understand before they go scuba diving. This is what I tell my family and friends as well if they wanted to take a scuba diving excursion without a license, because sometimes you never know what they teach you and what they don't. So number one is to never stop breathing, because especially in an ascent. So when we go underwater, not only that the air in your scuba tank is already compressed, the pressure of the water will compress it even further. And what that means is that it's the bubble of gas in your bloodstream are getting compressed into even smaller and smaller, and those bubbles can actually get into your ligaments, your joints, and if you ascend too quickly, think not just in the bloodstream, think about all our air things or organs that can contain air, such as in your ear, in your lungs. So if you blow a bubble underwater, as the bubble travels up, it will become bigger and bigger, right? So if you hold your breath and you make an ascent, right? Some people have the reflex of just holding their breath because they couldn't breathe underwater. But if somehow you have to ascend quickly, and the air inside your lungs are going to be bigger, and it could really hurt or even make your lungs explode. But so the idea is for people to make an R sound when they ascend, or if they have to ascend quickly for whatever reason. So that's rule number one: never stop breathing, continue to breathe underwater, especially so if you have to ascend or even ascend quickly. Number two, it's basically you must be able to equalize. So when you go underwater, and this is sometimes recreational diver instructors, I'm not saying all of them, but some of them can be, especially in third world countries. They don't regard safety as well as first world countries do. Basically, if you're not able to equalizing means that you have to be able to get out the pressure inside your ear cavity, because the water will put more pressure into your ear, and basically you need to be able to pinch your nose and blow, and then your ears will pop. Sometimes only one of them will pop, and you can sort of just play around with that. Sometimes both pop, but you need both to pop. Without it, it will just get worse and worse, and as you go deeper, it could actually rupture your eardrums. So if you can't equalize, make sure you signal the instructor to head up. This is the signal to head up. Or if they don't, unfortunately, I'm not telling you to lie, but you might need to just use a different signal, which is this, means that you're out of air, and they'll have no choice but to get you up. Because I've had cases where the instructor would not go up even after they're being signaled that let's go up. which can be dangerous. Number three, your fins are like your feet or legs on land, right? So I've had cases, it's actually my own brother who we went on a dive trip, and he is not licensed, I was, and the instructor said that, oh, as we were making our way to the dive site on a boat, they went like, oh shit, I missed one fin, and can you just dive with the one fin? I was like, no way, because I know, like, he's uncertified, he's never dived before, and you're asking him to dive with only one fin. It's like asking someone to walk with one leg, and this person has never walked before in their life. So I said no, and I insisted for us to come back and get the other fin and dive again. So that's what we did. But yeah, imagine if there's an instructor who asks you to do something like that, just be firm and say no, because your safety is paramount. It's everything, guys. So just be careful out there if you wanted to try scuba diving. I know Jeremy has, and well done. I hope he liked the experience, but there's definitely some basic information that you need to be aware of before you do something like that. And I know it's already been 6 minutes now, but just wanted to mention something quickly as well, that in Australia we have the most dangerous marine animals, from box jellyfish to Portuguese man o' war, or the blue bottle as we call them here, the saltwater crocodile in the warmer waters in our northern area like Queensland, Northern Territory, and maybe even WA, Western Australia. My word of advice is that make sure you do your research before you hit the water. And if you see a body of water and you see no one swimming in it or no one in it, then as traders and investors, we know what Warren Buffett says, never test the depth of a river with both feet. So even better, my recommendation on this one is stay away from it, right? So never go into a body of water alone, and do your research. I'm not trying to be a fun police, but it's for your own safety. So yeah, hopefully everyone learned something from this video, and thank you very much for listening. Cheers guys, bye.